Hello?
Go ahead, Oxford.
Yes, hello?
Yep, go ahead.
What I want to know, if you are going in foreclosure, how can you prevent from going in foreclosure?
Okay.
Now, in relations to prevent from going into foreclosure, I don't know if you're speaking in regards to an employment-related matter to where the program that we have, the MPP program, can offer the assistance. Also, there's a number of programs that are out there outside of what we offer through various housing counseling agencies. And one of the things that we encourage individuals to do is to get in touch with local housing counseling agencies that are participating in loss mitigation counseling. They can kind of take an assessment of your individual situation, see where you are and what program fits best for your particular need. Our program is designed to help those that have an employment-related hardship. If your situation is employment related, then this is something that you can definitely look into, and what you can do is actually access the website and you can plug in the county of where you reside, and there will be a housing counseling agency that will be identified for your county that you can get in contact with, and then that counselor will start an intake process that will identify where your needs are and then ultimately get your application and information over to us for further processing. So just depending upon what is the extent of your foreclosure or what brought you to that point, and even in regards to what was mentioned earlier about we can come into a situation where a client does not have to be delinquent. But there are those that are already delinquent. They've already experienced a hardship and they've been struggling with their mortgage for some period of time. We can come in upon a person being delinquent on their mortgage, and in some instances we do have the authority to where we can institute a stay of foreclosure to allow us the time to go in and properly process this application and get that person to a point where hopefully we'll be able to make their payments for them and or either reinstate their loan. So it really just varies depending upon the nature of what caused the foreclosure and at what stage the person is in.
Oxford, I'm going to bring you back here. Do you have any additional questions about this specific situation?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was on unemployment. My unemployment ran out, and I just recently found a job, but the job doesn't pay as much as my unemployment did.
Okay, so so you're not currently receiving unemployment benefits at this point. I think we lost Oxford. What I'm going to do is, we were having some technical problems. I want you to stay on the line so we can get some information from you and make sure we put you in touch with the right agency and the right department. Let's talk here about this situation. If someone has already exhausted their unemployment benefits, could they still be eligible for this particular fund?
Well, the hardship, based upon the format of how the funds were allocated through Treasury, the hardship had to occur on or after January 1st, 2008. So depending upon where the hardship occurred as far as the loss of employment would make the determination of whether they would actually fit within the program eligibility guidelines.
And you said that it's unemployment, underemployment, and then special circumstances like divorce, death, illness. Mm-hmm. For this specific fund, are there other funds available for folks who are continuing to work, but maybe something's happened and they're getting into trouble, and it could be an adjustment of a rate or some other issue?
And that's where, as Steve mentioned, that's where you really need to get in touch with the housing counseling agency, and they'll help you mitigate or actually work with your loan servicer and try to determine if there's a loan modification that they can do. A lot of loan servicers are doing loan modifications. There's lots of different other programs that are out there by investors, and they will actually do a loan mod if you're in a permanent situation where you're probably making less than what you were before. So that's a permanent situation. That's not going to go away. But however, they need assistance as well. We do have some programs that are coming up in the spring of 2011 and the fall of 2011 that we're calling the Second Refinance Mortgage Program and the Permanent Loan Modification Program. And we will be able to possibly extinguish a second mortgage, and therefore if you can afford to make your first mortgage, but your second mortgage was causing you the problem,
Okay.
we can extinguish that. We would have to work with the investor and servicer to do that. These funds are also, this program is also up under the North Carolina Foreclosure Prevention Fund. So not to confuse anyone, probably need to just go back a little bit and explain that the umbrella and the name of these funds that we got from Treasury, we have named as the NC Foreclosure Prevention Fund. However, there's 3 possible programs that we have designed to help people in North Carolina. And so the first one is the mortgage payment program, which is assistance monthly for a period of time for while you seek a job, which we've gone over earlier. The other one is the second mortgage refinance program, that we could possibly extinguish your second mortgage, but that will not be until the spring. Later spring of 2011 that we will be able to initiate that, and then the permanent loan modification program. So we'll actually could pay down your loan and then it can be re-amortized back out and you could afford your mortgage payment based on your new salary. You've actually recovered from your situation, however you might not be making the same amount that you were previously.
Gotcha. And that program goes into effect later in 2011?
Later, 11.
Okay.